to identify, and you should know the implications of these trends as well. So let's get right into it. The three different trends. This is probably stuff that you've heard of already. So when we're looking at an uptrend, it's characterized by two different characteristics. Number one, higher highs and higher lows. And number two, a rising 20-day moving average. So we haven't covered how to use the 20-day moving average, but just always keep in mind that we want a rising and a trending higher 20-day moving average. Okay, so as you can see, we have higher highs, right? We're making new highs and we're making higher lows, right? This low is higher than that low. This low is higher than that low. Same with the highs, okay? And as you can see, this line, the black line, which is the 20-day moving average, it's under price and it's also trending higher. And we're going to be doing the 20-day moving average class next, so just stay tuned for that. Okay, so this is what an uptrend is. Very simple stuff. We're looking at a downtrend. It's characterized by, number one, lower highs and lower lows. Okay, we have lower highs, right, and lower lows. So low here, low here, low here. And as you can see, we have a declining 20-day moving average, which is this line. So as you can see, during a downtrend, we want the 20-day moving average to be overpriced, right? And we see that during the downtrend, it sort of retraces, right? It always rallies right to the 20-day moving average, drops, rallies right to the 20-day moving average, drops. But we're going to be looking at the 20 MA during the next class. So this is what a downtrend looks like: lower lows, lower highs. Okay, and we also have a sideways trend, which is characterized by relatively equal highs and lows, right? We rally, we make a high, we drop, right, to the previous low, we rally to the previous highs, drop to the previous low. Okay, and once we talk about support and resistance, this is going to make a lot more sense. But this is what a sideways trend is. So sideways trend, it's not, we don't have one particular bias. We don't have a bullish bias or a bearish bias, right? Overall, we're just sort of fluctuating between the highs and the lows. Okay, so this is what a sideways trend is. And usually sideways trends, they lack momentum, right? So with uptrends and downtrends, we clearly know what the momentum is, right? For an uptrend, there's clearly bullish momentum, right? We're rising. There's a lot of buyers, right? Over with the downtrend, there's a lot of bearish momentum. There are a lot more sellers. The sellers are dominating the move. But with a sideways trend, it's really, there's no clear momentum. We don't know exactly, are the buyers winning or are the sellers winning, just because we're kind of fluctuating between the highs and the lows. Okay, here's an example of a uptrend. This is a real chart with candlesticks, as you can see, right? We can see that we made a high here, we made a low here. This low was higher than this low. This high was higher than that high. Right here, also make a higher high, higher low. And as we continue going up, you can see that we're continuously making higher highs and higher lows. This blue line is the 20-day moving average. Okay, and as you can see, there's probably a ton of candlesticks that you're already able to identify, whether it's a topping tail, bottoming tail, narrow range bar, wide range igniting bar, which is really good, or doji bar as well. So if you're already looking at these candlesticks and you're able to identify the different ones that we've learned about, that's fantastic. Looking at a downtrend, or actually this is a perfect example of an uptrend, and that's followed by a downtrend, right? We could see here, this white line is the 20-day moving average. We could see we're making higher highs, higher lows until we actually reverse, and now we make lower highs and lower lows, right? So we're uptrending, then we go into a downtrend. And this is actually a screenshot of the Nasdaq ETF, the QQQ. So this is a very recent snapshot, so you can see that we went from an uptrend to a downtrend. right? Uptrend is higher highs, higher lows. Downtrend is lower lows, lower highs, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So just make sure you're able to identify whether an uptrend or a downtrend or a sideways trend is occurring, okay, guys? And during the next class, we're going to be talking about the 20-day moving average, which is this white line, and I'm really excited to talk about that. It's extremely important, and hopefully this all makes sense, guys. And so now you guys should be pretty familiar with identifying several different types of candlesticks, and also identifying different types of trends that are occurring as well. All right, guys, have a good day. See you in the next class. Bye.